Hey, this is the Weekend News, bringing the news of the week. There's new trailers of Kirby's Epic Yarn, Scooby-Doo in the Spooky Swamp, Track Mania, and Shaun White skateboarding. Also, there's a major glitch in Metroid Other M that won't allow you to beat the game. Click the TV to hear some more details about it. Here is Mr. Forecast with the forecast.
Yes, whatever. I am Mr. Forecast, here with the weekly forecast. The part of the show where I tell you about all the new games that you can purchase this week if you want. And if you don't want to purchase them, I really don't care. Tuesday, September 14th will see the release of numerous new Wii games, including Cabela's North American Adventures, a game where you get to chase down and shoot defenseless woodland creatures with a gun. Dragon's Lair Trilogy, Gormiti, the Lords of Nature, Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole, Scooby-Doo and the Spooky Swamp. Ooh, I'm terrified, really. Ooh, hide me. The Lord of the Rings, Aragorn's Quest, Truth or Lies, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5 Days Dual Trenzer, and Swords. And I bet you could never guess what that one's about. But best of all, on Saturday, September 18th, you can play Horse Life Adventures, full of cute little horses and ponies. Which I guess is alright if you're into that kind of thing. But don't expect me to come and play it with you. You're not. And that, dear friends, concludes this week's weekly forecast. Back to you, Mr. Me!
Thank you, Mr. Forecast. And now here is Mr. Emo with the review of Batman Brave and the Bold.
Hello all, this is Mr. Emo reviewing Batman Brave and the Bold. Before I explain the actual game, I'd like to point out that this was developed by WayForward, who are well known for their Shantae series as well as developing Contra 4, A Boy and His Blob, and many other 2D games on Wii and DS. And once again, WayForward doesn't fail to impress here. Batman Brave and the Bold, based on the unfortunately soon-to-be-ending Cartoon Network series, takes a lighter-tone-based Batman coming from the campy 60s style series as he partners up with the less popular DC characters to fight crime while keeping quick-wit humor. The game uses a mix of platforming and beat-em-up as you make your way through 4 different episodes involving Batman with a different partner per episode, like Robin, Blue Beetle, Hawkman, and Guy Gardner. The beat-em-up phase is very easy, as all characters only use one main attack button, which is the A button. You have your jump button with B, and combining with the control stick, the Wii remote, and the Z button, you'll use these configurations to keep the combos going, although it's much easier just hammering the A button anyway. When you've done a certain amount of combo hits, you can perform a supercharge, which will let the player take down all the enemies on screen, and if that doesn't help, the even less popular DC characters like Black Canary, Aquaman, Booster Gold, Green Arrow, all come in with their different personalities as jump-in heroes on the one button, which will give you a quick hand on the enemies. Throughout the levels, you'll collect coins from the enemies you fight and hidden platforms, which are used in the shop to help buy new gadgets and upgrades. The downside to this game is its difficulty and its length. You will rarely die in this game, with the only chances that you'll be penalized with having 100 coins removed from you and you're immediately back in the fight. The game is always very lenient, it's always holding your hand on the platforms, even with the constant amount of health and gadget boosts appearing every corner of the way. Each episode only takes about an hour to complete. With there be only 480 episodes, you could be done with the game in just a mere few hours. You buy it, which wouldn't be a problem if the game wasn't being sold at $40 retail price. On the plus side, the best thing about the game is the presentation itself. The game uses very fluid animation because WayForward worked very closely with the animated creators of the show, and obviously it shows. Everything from the characters to the backgrounds to the attacks to the dialogue, all fluid, blending in nicely together. Even the beginning of the episodes make it look nice because there's always an intro theme song and the episode title card, which makes you really feel involved in the episodes. Possibly my favorite part of the game was the voice actors of the show that reprise their roles here. There's always constant banter going on between Batman, his sidekicks, and the villains, and I love it so much. It continuously goes on throughout the levels, never repeats. There's always something to laugh about, except for Batman, who will never laugh at any of that. In conclusion, the game is best bought when it's at a $20 game or at a rental. Other than that, don't throw $40 at this short game. It's an enjoyable game, it's just not really worth that full price.
Thank you, Mr. Emo, for the review. The new download games are Finimore, Fillmore, The Westerns for WiiWare, and Samurai Showdown 3 for the Virtual Console. Thank you for watching, and please read the description.